Yesterday, I watched a podcast where Auntie Shafi Bello was talking about how people call her by her name, and I immediately wanted to talk about it. You see, I am Nupe from Niger State of Nigeria, and one of our core values is respect. How we respect our elders, how we respect each other, how we address each other, which brings me to what Auntie Shafi Bello was talking about. When I relocated from Mina to Kaduna when I got married, I had one of the major shocks of how people would just call you by your names to your face. The first time was my house help. She isn't a small person. She's way older than me. And the people around her, even the younger ones around her, will always call her Laria by her name. And I was wondering, why do they call her by her name? Because it was somehow to me. Where I'm from, even my grandma, my grandparents, they don't call me by my name. They will either call me, for example, now my name is Rukaya, right? They will either add Ya on top of your name and call you Ya Rukaya. Or most of us have these native names, they call you by your native names. Me, I was named after my grandma, so most of them will call me Noko, which is grandma in Nupi language. So because of that habit that I have, whenever people call me by my name here, I used to wonder that at the beginning I used to think it was disrespectful, but I later found out that that's how they were brought up. We don't have the same traditional ethics, so I do not expect them to call me, adding something to my name. Me personally, when I'm going to call people, even if they are my friends, I hardly call them by their name, even if they are older than me or I am older than them. I either add something to the name. For example, if they have a kid, I'm going to call them mommy. So. Do you understand? If it's a man, I'm most likely I call them Oga, then add their names or just say Oga. But even if they notice that I do not call them by their names directly, they still don't call me adding something to my name. Just very few of them will say, okay, madam this or madam that. But most people will call you straight up with your names. And you can actually, I don't think you are supposed to get angry, because that's how they grew up. That's how it's not their fault that they have to imbibe by my own way of, culture or whatever. But even though it kind of sounds odd when you just call people just like that by their names. So what do you personally think about this topic? Do you call people by their names? Do you like it when people add something to your name rather than calling you directly by your name? What do you think? Let's talk about it.